put me in the grave. I don't care about what they say. Hey. Fuck with my Akima, fuck with my sisters, then I got a problem, I'm never gonna miss you. I got 100 hanging out the AR, I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He say it's corner, I'm just being realistic. I be on them corner posted with the realest. If it's the Sabbath, then he going fishing. I'm really no man, that's a God-given mission. I'm really on 10, but I'm stamped in the pistol. I get the order, be glad to dismiss you. Hebrew Academy graduate, nigga. Training, put through the baddest conditions. I'm fuck with none but the baddest of bitches. She righteous, submissive, she glad to be with me. Had that thing Putin like Vladimir, niggas. She know I'm a prophet, she got to be listening. Disrespect, I ain't having that shit. Tell her go make some business from scratch. She bitching a different breed of black men. We don't do the back bend. I remember back when I was really trapping, trying to get the racks in, selling dope to black men. But now I'm trying to make it straight. Like, don't forget about my face. We standing up straight, can't fold us. Too heavy, the world won't hold us. The bitches on rank, I told. Line up in these ranks, we soldier. You can take that to the bank, we focus on. How many times must we remind you? One body, one way, some break. I would never take off this a flex. But the law with you ain't no up next. It's just us, nigga, that's that on that. All that weak shit, that ain't no threat. Say you won't beat, bitch, with that ain't no sweat. We with all that. The Lord called a nigga out the world. I responded and called back. Oh, Lord. And everything that they stole from us, fuck this shit, we want all that. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on, the commanding general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. That's why we unaffiliated with them. I cannot fuck around with fake niggas. We taking ground when we in your city. You better have the women, have the liquor. Keep that bitch on me, please don't but the same. Don't be a fool and be another victim. Say you a goon, you just another Christian. How you my brother, you ain't in here with me. In the gutter, deep down in the trenches. We with them niggas locked up in the prison. Fucking Hispanic, Native American, Indian. We ain't just talking shit, but we living in it. We be everywhere, you can't miss it. And we be precious hell, take a picture. And we special now with the scriptures. Play, we gon' scratch them, yeah, we some killers. These niggas tripping, they mind blown. Swear business, forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't think they pause when niggas say that they be looking for niggas to slide. On the slide that I know about is when I send with the gun for the slide. For real, I get the harder, you know that this slaughter. See me and my niggas gon' die. Kill. The bigger the better for kingdom of heaven. You niggas get wet up by me cause I'm fed up. I rep UPK. My niggas won't let up. Got choppers, got nines, AKs, Berettas. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like bitch and whatever. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on, the commanding general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. See, they always ask us like, why y'all fuck with such and such?
Shalom Israel, this is Priest and Officer Shah of the ISUPK under Commanding General, right? This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, right? So again, this is for the all Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, right? Yeah, people from Colombia, Brazil, yeah, Haiti, Antigua, Barbados, right? The Seminole Indians, you could find more of Canada and things, right? So again, these all the people make up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, right? And again, this is God chosen people. Being God chosen people, we have laws, statutes, and commandments we have to follow. And tonight's class could be about the Most High, laws about sexual intercourse and things, right? So again, everything the Most High has set up, we have laws and things, right? We have dietary law. We have sexual, as we say in tonight class, sexual laws we have to follow and all to agree, right? And that will be tonight class, right? So again, when we go to the scriptures and things, this again, you know, we enlightening we brothers and them the things again we shouldn't do, and again for we younger ones coming, right? We younger brothers and sisters and things, right? The generations coming after again to learn these things who have been set up, right? So again, when you go in scripture, this is who the Most I was talking to, right? So again, give me Deuteronomy chapter 7, Deuteronomy 1 and 1. Come.
It blinking now?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's one.
Yeah.
You said, man.
No, it's like Deuteronomy. Give me Deuteronomy 1 and 1.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel on this side Jordan in the wilderness.
Right. And this is again Moses talking to again, right? Moses talking to again the children of Israel and thing, right? Say all Israel, right? So all the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, again the people make up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, right? So any Christian church again, they love to more or less make you feel that the Mosai was talking to the Mosai was talking to everybody, and then right, Moses was talking to everybody, and Moses was not talking to everybody, right? Again, Moses was talking to the children of Israel, and thing, right? So again, we had to open the Bible, don't walk around the Bible and don't let your pastor just keep on talking, and then after now these things in the Bible, when something in here and it's new now, the ISUPK thinking that these things should have been known, right? But again, we all know the Christian church is about again, right? Serving the oppressor and his ways, things with the Mosai set up and thing, right? And letting me know, hey, don't follow these Christian leaders. You'll see lot of verses saying that he will destroy the pastors and them. Woe unto the pastors. They will see it in Isaiah, they will see it in Jeremiah and things, right? We talk about these pastors and them again, right? And I read down for the black people today. This line of defense is the Mosai priest and prophet. And again, the Christian pastors are destroying the lives of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. So again, they're not teaching with the laws and things like that. And this is what happening here, right? The Mosai talking to the children of Israel, right? So again, all these laws, right? So give me Deuteronomy 7 and verse 3.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 3. When the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land, whether thou goest to possess it, and hast cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, and the Girgashites, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations, greater and mightier than thou.
Right, and again, this is again now the Mosai do drive out all these other nations around us, something like we're seeing here. A lot of these nations today, and again, the Mosai, then we know again, these nations and them the wrong about something, right? But at the same time, again, what coming up here is that this now, as young women and men coming up and out to again at a certain time, again, you will want to have a family and also again, right? So also, your nation will most again, you are warning here and letting me know, hey, if that time come, you'll either be a wife, you'll either be a husband. And this is the warning we come into the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, right? Give me Deuteronomy 7 and verse 3.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
Right, and this is the most I warning you parents and them here right now, and even the ones and them again who reach a certain age again that they could do things on their own. All right, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian man, the most I is warning you, telling you that hey, do not go on to these other nations and them and thing, right? Do not and thing, right? Like stay within your nation. Don't betray your nation and go wrong these other nations. Because what happening here right now, that's like you see in Deuteronomy 7 and verse 1. all these other nations again, they're right around us. And even today in Trinidad and Tobago, all right, you will see different nations and things, right? We have East Indians around us, right? We have Chinese around us again, right? We have Syrians around us, we have whites around us again, we have Africans around us, something to the same way, right? So again, what the most I think, wherever we is and wherever land again today, and we have no control again right now because again the oppressor is in full power and thing, right? So again that we can't say well, hey, there's the when you go like maritime borders and thing, right? We have borders in the land, we have borders in the sea to say, well, hey, this is nobody can come in here and thing, right? So we nothing control these other nations around us and thing, right? But nevertheless, this is what the Most High is saying again here right now. And thing, right? Do not make marriages with these other nations and them, right? So when you tell something like, hey, people go say, hey, the ISUPK, telling you that you can't marry these other nations and them, right? And again, when you're going against a nation and all too, that is unbrotherly and all too again, right? Because again, when you go even to the and more or less senseless and all too again, when you go to the animal kingdoms and them, right? You go see again, if a lion looking for a lion to mate, he will go for a lion, right? The same thing with the tigers. So everybody have a thing about hey, you're a human being, but that's not running. So when coming to animals, but because we human being now, that it's okay with that. And when you go in the scripture, say the Musa is learning, hey, right in the scripture, say telling again you are warning. Don't let your sons go on to these daughters and them, and don't let your daughters go on to these sons and them and thing, right? And again, the Musa learning, hey, stay within your nation and thing, right? Don't betray your nation, don't betray your brother or your sister, and all two again, right? And when you go on after thing, so like, hey, why you going to leave your sister? There's that the other nation is better than your sister and thing. Answer the question and thing, right? And don't let that thing and really and thing that's how that obedience for the Most High. For one, it is a law. And all two again, right? And when you check it out and all two, like that's why I say again, the animals and them know who that to go wrong itself. And also when that time comes, when that meeting time comes. So again, don't let the animals and them look smarter than you black Hispanics and Native Indians and thing, right? And stop studying the worldly talks and thing, right? And get with the what the Most High saying and all two again. Because every one of these things again have penalty and all two again that you'll see you might thinking everything okay, and when you go and watch the thing by breaking the Most High law, then they want to know, hey, why your marriage going so? Why your marriage so much stress? Why your marriage so boring? And things like, because again, you're going wrong a nation that hey, you shouldn't be going wrong. You can't understand why your wife moving so why she had no vibes and thing, right? And she keeping her line, she like, oh you're dumb so and thing, you ain't understanding, you're talking again. You're talking about black people are different slangs and thing, the like Christ, you talking in parables and thing like that, you like, yeah, black people could pick up these things again, and then you want to know you marry other nation and all, and she are wrong, and she can't pick up where you saying and all too again, because why? Again, different spirit and all too again, right? Different cultures and all too again, and that's why you have to stay within your culture and all this as the Most High is saying and all too again, right? So again, when the Most High again, we have to stay within the nations and thing, right? So let me go on in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. We'll see it on here.
All right, it's back here before you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, before you go there, like again, very informative topic, right? And just at the title, mention concerning laws. There's always laws, to govern any government, ruling or running any society, right, or any business. There's laws to govern that business. And we see here where again I draw a very heavy point in the beginning of Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 1. And then straight to 7 and 1, right? 1 and 1 and 7 and 1. And then given again the perfect example to show, as I mentioned, the nations, because the nations are here. Now, you know, as any parent that has children, will always give them instructions. These instructions will govern them, right? So it's like a hedge around them to give them some source of governance and make them to know that this is right, this is not right. And the foundation that we, was again to all of the command general and the men above us, and as I mentioned, the ISUPK, right? And when we mention the ISUPK, there's men inside here, righteous black men inside here. So it's like we're reading about in this time, Moses, this was a man that walked after the ordinance or the instructions of the Lord. So this laid down for us. And it being laid down for us, now we can be able to do what? To bring, again, information like this out to our brothers and sisters and to really understand that in marriage or in sexual intercourse, or a man having sex, and it could be unlawful, or it could be within the boundaries of his family. And in order to really know this, is just like we're reading now, because now I just have reading 7 nations more greater and mightier than us. And then right underneath that now is our warning. So it's like I gave my children instructions, no laws, telling all that 7 nations are wrong about us, a nation wrong about us. Don't go with them, don't go with them. Don't go with the Chinese, don't go with the East Indian, don't go with the African, don't go with the white man. So it actually, it plain and it direct, but here anything about it without the prophets or the men that the Lord choose to bring this out, religion will always trumpet in the minds of our people, because now they would say that, just as they always say in the Christian church, the laws are God done away with. But now the going back in the laws are God, were the same done away with. And then now the saying that, they love Jesus. But Christ said this, if you love me, do what? Keep my commandments. See, the Lord say that.
Okay.
So, just add on the way, bringing out the relative. Yes, fine.
Thank God, and well said, Officer Swapiola and all too, right? So again, when you go through the scriptures and all too, this is what the Most High enlightening us and how to keep it and keep the commandments, and can never go off again by not by keeping the Most High commandments. Not keeping it, they're going to be the problem and thing to again, right? And this is what the Most High just want we to be obedient, just want we to be smart, just want we to be careful and all too again, right? And when you go in the scriptures here now, you go understand again what sex is and thing, right? Marriage really is and all too again, right? So the thing now, when coming to General Mahaiman, you always like tell you to take 3 parts to prove a point and all too again, that you have full proof and all too again, right? So when you go in the scriptures, you're going to understand what marriage is and all too again, right? And you're going to understand that again at different points again. So we'll go in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary to see what marriage is, right?
So it said marriage is an intimate personal union. It says marriage is an intimate personal union to which a man and woman consent, consummated, and continuously nourished by sex, intercourse, and perfect in a lifelong partnership of marital love and commitment.
Right? So when you go through this here, there's a lot being said. There's a lot being said here, right? And again, this is again with the Mosai again want us to be upright and thing, right? So let's take this again, right? So this is on the Van Bible Dictionary again, right? So you have a next account here again, what marriages and all two again, right? And when you go this now, do like this sit down in the Christian church and the Christian church go just read this and thing. Marriage is an intimate personal reunion to which a man and a woman consent is consumed and continuously nourished by sexual intercourse, something like that. This now you will never see the ISUPK just reading out this and just go on this so and thing, right? And they will break down these things to you and to show you again, right? So when you go through the first part of this, right, they say marriage is an intimate personal union. So when you go and watch with these other nations and them will be doing and all too again, they say that's personal and thing, right? So this is something between you and your woman and thing, right? So no, they say personal. So now mean right, no, that is between your woman. But what you see now on the television, and this is now where the oppressor is pushing and thing, right? You will see a lot of unlawful sex, 3 women and 1 man having sex, 2 men and 1 woman having sex and thing. And when they're saying yeah, this thing is personal and thing, not inviting more than 1 person into to sleep with your wife and 2 other men to sleep with your wife or and they say vice versa and thing. They say this is personal here and all two again, right? Go ahead.
The point that you just draw there as well, even in the Bible dictionaries on the gun, right? The definition, it didn't even start off, well, marriage, you have to be the next person ring. It started off as something personal. And then it went on to even break it down, like we're gonna break down, I know the job, but that's just drawing to that point, the real valid, because it didn't start off with a ring. It's a personal. And then it show you now the what or define that personal or that personality of this marriage, how the structure of it would be. And it didn't start off a marriage ring. It is a marriage ring. It starts off personal and then give a structure that how it is or defines what the marriage is, right? And it didn't say when it reaches part with anyhow slack.
Yeah, almost right then. Almost right then what to again because this is not as you see again, right? When you there's a lie been pushed into the Christian, there's a lie pushed into the internet, social media, televisions and all too again that they say that is something like I do. And did play them song and all kind of thing, and you're not seeing nothing like that here in the breakdown here again, right? So that's how they say again, marriage is an intimate personal reunion to which a man and a woman consent consummated. So again, when you go and watch this and all too again, right? So still with that now, even you're going wrong somebody, right, a father see you and he like you for your daughter and all too again, right? And he said, well, okay, I feel you deserve to be with my daughter and all too. So when that time come and all too again, it still has to be something like, hey, it's okay between you and all. So you get the permission from the mother and the father, the parents and all to have sex, right? And even still here, they're still telling you that certain things here are still going on. So one, a personal union, right? And in which a man and a woman consent and all to again, not to a scene that will be taking place again that men raping women and all to again telling you something that hey, it's two of you agree upon this. Not drunken, so no one you're raping a woman to have sex with she, like thing physically abuse she, right? Not that way, and all to again they say consent, right? And not the next way now you're going on whether terms they get Spanish fly, you get drugs and thing and you drug the woman now and you have sex with she and now she wake up in the morning again, want to know how she what you doing here? What's going on with me? and thing, right? And the same thing with drunken she and all too again, right? Again, and how smart she and have sex with she and all too again, right? And that is not so again according to this with the to the Musa and even the scriptures and all too again, right? When you go to and even the breakdown in these on the Van Bible Dictionary, there's letting you know, hey, this thing is between you and this woman. She giving you that consent and you giving she that consent, right? And continuously nourish and all too again, right? Not when you have sex with a woman, you're just in the mood and you just call up a woman and you have sex with she and thing like that. And you know, hey, the next 6 months again, you call she up or you're just you're going around in turns and thing like this. It's continuous and thing, right? You touch this person, you have to continuously having sex with she, nourish and thing, right? So hey, you're giving she in you're putting out you're putting out 100 and thing, right? Like Usain Bolt running. Usain Bolt, you want to make sure he pin out every bit of sprint he could have, all the hands out and everything, right? So this again, you're putting out all in it, right? You want to feel good, she want to feel good, no holding back. And also again, you will see verses in the scriptures here talking about this here and also again, right? So marriage is not that's how what the Christian church put and all to the letting you know here that marriage is sex and thing, right? So again, if younger sisters and brothers would understand this and thing, they would be thinking twice today, hey, if I go and have sex with this person and think this person becomes my wife, thing, or the same thing with the sister now to hey, if I go and have sex with this boy becomes my husband and things like that. Now that again knowing these things again, you will when I have all these whoredom and things right, unlawful things going on in the nations and things right. And again, the reason for all these things again is the Christian church again because their philosophies and not the philosophies again we're seeing directed in the Bible and all too again and even other things to help you here and all too again, right? So let me go to any scriptures here now, and I'll to show what the Most High is talking about here now. Right? So give me Exodus 22 and 16.
Thank God. The book of Exodus, chapter 22 and 16. And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed and lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife.
Right. So again, this is this is another way, like it's like it has some men, this has some game and thing, right? They see somebody and thing, right? The sweet talk the woman and thing, right? And this is the most I see. And if you entice the woman now and thing, right? She give into your sweet talk. Something might be the way the men talk, their appearance, something about the woman, and this is how some men just prey on some women and all too again, right? They'll do certain things again when they know woman like and all too again, right? And if you're not strong minded again by not having the right parents again, right? Not grounded in the most side, again your daughters will be attracted to these things and them, right? Because again, that men will come with all the smooth talk, they'll come with the best dress behave well dressed clothes and also and make your thing I feel like I like he and thing like that. These men and them will do that. The men will go in the gym and thing, and I know some women again all about gym bodies and all thing, and again they'll do these things again for these women and them and entice these women and them, right? And then after now it's like, hey, that your problem. But the most ain't saying that again. So the most hey, if you entice a woman and all too, again, this woman is your wife and all too again, right? So surely endow her to be your wife. So feel it's just like, hey, it's just a passion thing now. And that you don't know when you don't know when you're seeing she again. Most hey, you just see she every day. And also again, and that one man is wake up to you, he is wake up to your wife every day. And the same thing, a wife is wake up to your husband every day. Entice she, yeah, that yours. You don't want to entice she, to you ain't going to end up with no wife and thing, right? So again, if you're ready for that, let's leave them woman and them alone. Just watch them in the past and thing, right? If you're not ready to have no continuous sex with them, and that's why I keep on seeing again, see again, that's where we scripture change, right? So if a man entices a maid that is not betrothed, belonging, meaning she don't belong to somebody, right, and lie with her, he shall surely endure her to be his wife. And what you say, just change them. So again, sleep and thing, right? Sleep, the passion will come in, sleep is sex. And that's what you see what happening here now. It changed from thing to wife. And what you again say, marriage, sex is marriage in the eyes of the Most High, right? Give me Genesis chapter 24 and verse 67.
Come on, come. Book of Genesis, chapter 24, and verse 67. And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent, and took Rebekah, and she became his wife, and he loved her, and Isaac was comforted after his mother's death.
Right, and see again what happened again is another Congress showing again, and there's many more. And all to us to show that again, sex is marriage in the eyes of the Most High. Wasn't no that's as of Appiala was bringing out before. They didn't have no ceremony and thing, right? This is just two person here again having sex, and now it's what happening here as they have sex. You just see it just change and all to the wife and all to again, right? So you see, Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent and took Rebekah, and she became his wife, and he loved her, and Isaac was comforted after his mother's death. And also again, so again, you see what happened here? They went in, my mother house with Sarah, you know, that were big people when they reach that age, and also again, and it's sex and right, and sex is marriage, and you see what it changed one time again to wife and also again, right? So how you gonna change wife and from somebody to being wife and husband by having sex and also again. So even in the Christian church and also again in the eyes of the Most High and also again, right? That you go in the Christian church and married and thing, right? That pastor being pronounced you husband and wife. You know husband and wife until you have sex and also again. So the whole thing I just going in Christian church is just a lie and also again, and it's a lie and all to make the daughters and them be harlots as again in the scripture say again, because they're not taking sex serious and not to just as the Most High seeing it here in the scriptures, even with the one before. So say if a man entice a woman, the Most High let you know, hey, you entice this woman, you ain't going the right way how it should be going wrong. She by meeting she parents and all too again, and things here going on. You have to make sure your wife and all too again, right? So you very serious about the children of Israel and again, not being whoredom and whoremongers and all too again, right? Not playing with these things again, right? And these things have penalties and all too again, right? But just as you see again, HIV ain't going nowhere, all them STDs and them ain't going nowhere, gonorrhea ain't going nowhere again, right? Because again, this is what the Most High not playing. He's not playing with the sons, he's not playing with the daughters and them, right? Again, he wants to be straight and upright and all too again, right? Give me Genesis 29 and let you go to verse 21.
The book of Genesis, chapter 29, verse 21. And Jacob said unto Laban, give me my wife, for my days are perfect, that I may go in unto her.
Right? So again, this is Laban and this was Jacob, right? So again, before that's a quick thing. So his mother sent him down by his aunt and thing, right? Yeah. And so his aunt husband, Laban, right? So again now had two daughters and thing, right? So it was Rachel and Leah and thing, right? But he liked Rachel and thing, right? Because they say Rachel was fair and thing, right? And again in scriptures, what it did, people would think is fair is like somebody light skin and also again, right? And again, this is again now the oppressor that make we hate we dark skinned brothers and all too, and the same thing with we dark skinned sisters and all to the same way again, right? That say like white supremacy and all to that, hey, your skin dark, you use nothing and also, and you know, this is what the thing not meaning that when you go in the scriptures, fair mean beautiful, and also in the Bible. So this was just the thing that to say somebody beautiful, and this was Rachel, right? So Rachel was beautiful, not meaning that she high colored today, and also again, and that was fair meaning today. For people that think that and it's something totally different, and also again, right? So that's why again they are to tune into the ISUPK and thing and really understand what the scriptures is saying and thing, right? Very you know, it might be something so hard but yet so easy in the eyes of the ISUPK. These things again now we like you know become easy now and say because being taught it, right? So again when I go and watch now Jacob again he liked it he liked Rachel and now this is the way now we should be going wrong somebody if you like somebody and also again that you know if the brother lacking something again, right? So he going wrong he wrong the sister father and also again, right? And you know the father ain't run him. And now he's spending time and also again, right? And he now looking for again now because you know at the same time now Laban will be around his daughter and also again because you know Laban will Rachel will have to go with Jacob and also again, right? But at the same time again now there's sometimes again, hey, you could see like, hey, this is the right way it should be. Not that's how we say in the earlier on. You see a woman, you're the same type, and you know, you keep on doing this thing and on brotherly way. And think when she really be going to the parents again, because this is the person who grew she up from small and no way wanted to just take a woman daughter just one carry she all about the place and just use she and then after job she back home and things like that. You know, parents again we should really follow the scriptures and also again and see what really taking place here again that hey look at man dealing with his son-in-law here and things like that. He spending certain amount of time with his son. They say, well, hey, you know what? I really feel you're ready to be with my daughter. And if the brother was like black and Laban could say, hey, I feel they need to I feel you need to come up more and do this more and thing like that. I know like he learning and thing to the same way again. So sometimes you might even have it right, but due to the experience of your parents and them again being older, being more experienced, and even them being taught by the other parents before. And again, this is how you can bring something to say, hey, I feel that I be stronger in this year. And even with his daughter now, knowing that she will have to be with somebody else, he could tell his daughter that, hey, you know what? This is more expected of you to do this something here when that time come and also again, right? So again, this should be going around and thing right. They should be spending a lot of bonding time with the woman they like auntie family and all too again, right? Same thing with the sisters and all too again, right? They should be spending more bonding time with your the person like sisters, the brothers, the families and all too again, not no enemy thing and you pick up a man daughter that's kind she all about the place you ain't talking to the you ain't talking to the father, you ain't talking to the mother and thing like that. This is the person who show up that you like and all to say you like the daughter, you have to like the mother and the father. And all to again, right? By following the Lord's statutes and commandments again, right? And Laban and go ahead.
Chapter 22. So, yeah. What's the last scripture again?
Yeah, go ahead to verse 20.
Genesis.
That was Genesis 29 and verse 21.
22. And Laban gathered together all the men of the place and made a feast. And it came to pass in the evening that he took Leah, his daughter, and brought her to him. And he went in unto her.
Right, and again, when you go in the scriptures here again, it's showing you again that sex is marriage and thing too again, right? And he bring Leah and what to say again, you know, he and that's like you know, he keep a party and all too again, right? Just like you see what Christ and all too when Mary his mother you know the keep a party and thing right and you know the marriage and all too again, right? You see here again that you know they keep a feast and all too again, right? So you know you having a little time and you know you making a good spirit and all too again, right? And you see what happen, you know, he bring Leah to to Jacob, right? But was really racial was really to come, right? But due to what has been going on there, go ahead.
So it's said before.
Go ahead.
As I mentioned, in the early part of the class, concerning, with animals and them, right, that they would stay, amongst their pets, like lion, for example, stay with the lion, tiger, right, and then it draw reference with the human being. Now, it actually showing here where it bringing out here and recording in our record history that we should be amongst our family. Even when I read Deuteronomy 7:1 and I talk about other nations. So now this point here now it's showing you that Jacob then went, to anybody outside of his family. That's just before and say his sons and them came out, right? So now even coming up, in that family line, he stood because he followed the orders and the instructions, of his parents, right? And stay within that family line and keeping that family culture, that family tradition, which the Lord honored, right? Which the Lord set in order from from the foundation, in keeping everything in order. So it will be out of order. So he stayed in order, and being amongst his family. Now, just as I break down in the Zondervan with that intercourse, now it defines even more clear marriages. And it didn't even again, it didn't mention a ring and nothing.
Okay. And keep on will see again as we go into scriptures, these things again will continue to show again, because again, what the most I know as again, you know the last days and thing again that these things again will not be taught by the Christian church again and again. We want for the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians and them to be righteous, something, right? Be an Israelite, be as the Most I say, it's chosen people again, right? And again, stay within the nation of Israel, stay within the laws and thing, right? Don't break the Most High laws, love the Most High, that's how you say, and thing, right? If you love me, keep my commandments and all too again, right? And this is why you work for the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians again, for we to be rightful brothers and sisters in the eyes of the Most High and all too again, right? So again, when you go and watch this again, you will see again, same thing will be taking place and think that sex is marriage in the eyes of the Most High. And also again that, hey, you know what is whoredom, you know what is whoredom thing taking place in the nation of Israel and thing, right? And all these other unlawful sex and all two taking place, right? So again, give me Hebrews 13 and verse 4.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled, but whoremongers and adulterers the Most High will judge.
Right, so again, now you have your wife, you have your wife, you have your husband, and thing too again, right? So again, the Most High again, you have your wife, you have your husband, and thing too, right? So marriage is honorable and all, right? And the bed undefiled, but for mongers and adulterers, the Most High will judge, and all too again, right? So there's many parts of these things. So marriage is honorable and all, right? So the bed undefiled, and thing, right? So again, Judy Christian Church again, they might take this thing and feel like, yeah, you can do whatever you want with a woman in the bed and all too again, right? But again, there's limits and all too again that always seeing something you don't want to be going down that you're going down that road that women having sex with their husband and then after using toys and things like that, and using toys and making these toys and going different parts and the husband was not supposed to be there. And like in although when you go and watch up like Sodom is like two men sleeping with each other, but again become like the woman practicing that with she husband and all two again, right? So don't take these things and because you just see the bed is on the fire, you can do whatever you want with your husband. You don't want to be practicing, you don't want to be practicing these things on them, right? Because you don't see nothing here saying these things again, right? And you'll take this now and you could feel it, yeah, you could do whatever you want and thing, right? Nah, and thing, right? You want to be you want to be smart, you want to be know your limits and thing, right? Don't be feel like that's you can be so freaky and all too way past the limits that you expect and all too again that you're doing on things the Most High will displease about and thing, right? And even the men to be men and all to say that, hey, Miss Lady, not you see that way you're trying to do that. I'm not going down that road and thing, right? Let we keep it clean and all too again, right? And think too that you see that women using toys and the husband and same thing again these stores and all selling and all too and like hey it's just like on love and when you go and check out certain things and all like you see like again like some of the things and them how people making all $1 billion companies is the unlawfulness but the things that the most I set up and all too again, right? I saw some of the biggest like Gillette and all too again. They go and watch Gillette. The most I say a man should not be clean shaven in face. Gillette is $1 billion company and all too again, right? So you're going to see some of these things again with these companies, these sex toy companies and all too again, and you'll see for yourself, hey, I should be really buying these things and them for to be doing this thing. And just do as the most I say again, hey, you are a husband, go and get a husband and all too again, right? Thing right, you reach the age and then go to the parent, I like your son, or the same thing, son, I like your daughter and all too the same way again, and you're using these things again and it's like madness and craziness, just like like lesbians and all we go bring out and all too again a lesbian using a toy and it have men out there and all too again and you think just go and get a man and all too again and the same more or less hey it have house for these crazy people and thing, right? But these people are very crazy and mad and thing for real and doing these things again. That's that's making yourself unpleasable with the eyes of the most high. So though that's like you just take and feel out, hey, I could outsmart the most high and thing like that. Some of these things some of these things with some of the laws and thing it is really it's only the most high itself could pick up sometimes with these things and all too again that these things so secret that they're not in the public sometimes when people can see or it might pick up with your family. Some of these things so personal that is the most high itself again know how to pick up on these things again, right? That marriage is undergoing all and the bed is on the file. But whoremongers and adulterers, the most high will judge again and see how whoremongers come up and all to the same way that again these men and thing will take sleep around with we sisters and thing and just keep on moving them and all to again and most high see in the script that you don't want this for the black Hispanics and the opinions and thing to again, right? Hey, whoremongers and thing. You didn't see wives and thing here, right? So a man could have more than one wife and thing, right? But you see what happened here, whoremongers. These are men just sleeping around with women, moving around, and adulterers and all too again. You see what adulterers is? Adulterers is again that a man sleeping with a woman wife, or a woman now has she husband and she's sleeping with somebody else and all too. This is the most I say on unlawful sex and all too again. And we have to see these things for what it is and all too, just something and feel that hey, you can outsmart the most high and think to again that hey, you read one part, depends on the file, you can do what you want, and then after the next part again, now you feel that hey, whoremongers and things. I don't know seen if I sleep with somebody else and let's leash you out and all too, and that's how the most high was bringing out again. You're going to sleep with somebody, that your wife and all too again, right? And see, these is people breaking the Most High laws, and you see, will judge, and that judge again have penalties for these things, right? Give me Genesis chapter 2 and verse 24.
The book of Genesis, chapter 22 and verse 24. And his concubine.
So okay. Genesis 2 and verse 24.
2 and 24.
Yeah, 2 and verse 24.
Book of Genesis, chapter 2 and verse 24. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh.
Right, and again, therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and they shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh, and also again, right? And this was before we was like, you see with Jacob and Laban, and also again, he spent the whole story, he spent about 7 years, about 14 years and thing, right? And till he get his wife, and he said another 7 years till he get his wife and thing, right? I know he learning about the culture, his uncle and the family and them, right? And thing, right? Certain things again, and also again the Most High laws, statutes, and commandments, and also again because he want to go on his own and thing, right? And this should be it for a man and a woman, right? So like, hey, one flesh. You and a woman should be smelling one way, and also again and thing, right? It's like, yeah, you and she eating the same thing and thing too again, right? You and she doing the thing that the Most High set up, not you going to something else unlawful. Hey, the feast we just celebrate is Passover, feast on unleavened bread, feast of tabernacles and thing, right? The pump you and she pumping together, not doing what you want and she doing what she want and thing, right? Two are moving with the Most High law, statutes, commandments, and also again, as I know again, the man is the head of the woman, and also in the scriptures and also again, right? So again, when you're doing these things again, that's how the Most High, hey, the two are one flesh and thing, right? One accordance and thing, right? One agreement and thing, right? This should be thing, not you eating fish with scales and fins, and then after she eating shark, she eating whale and thing, right? Nah, and thing one accordance and thing, right? One head. And she should be pushing again, right? So all these things with the Musa again, like one thing when this time come again, you want to have a wife and thing. These are things should be expected. Don't want to and thing. Well, it have plenty time, or it just do as Paul do. Let's stay without, right? Give me 1 Corinthians chapter 1. Going to 1 Corinthians 7 and verse 1.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 7, verse 1. Now concerning the things wherefore he wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman.
Right. So now concerning things wherefore you wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. And then I said, no, again. For again, warning here, and also again, right? So this is a responsibility coming, and also again, right? That these are your life going on change, and also again that if you touch a woman and that touching a woman you're talking about is not that physical touch. Again, like with the Christian church, you'll just see these things and they say, hey, you touch her, it's not good for a man to touch a woman. This touch here, Paul talking about here is sleeping with a woman itself and thing like that. If you want to sleep with a woman, right through the scene, through scriptures that if you touch this woman here, the woman becomes your wife. And if you ain't ready for this, don't go and do it. And then stay by yourself. And also again, right? So now concerning the things which were or you wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. But if you touch a woman now, this is the responsibilities coming, and not to again, and there's a lot of responsibilities coming, not just having sex again, right? I know what is happening when somebody have sex and all to again that babies is come, newborns this come, right? And thing as I say, a lot of responsibility. And if you're ready for this responsibility, do go and do this. Stay by yourself and things, right? Verse 2. Go ahead to verse 2.
Verse 2. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband.
Right. Again, this verse we have to be very careful with this verse here and also again. So nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband. I know the Christian church will take this and say, well, hey, well, a man could only have one woman, and also again, right? And that is not so according, because again, it's something been understood that hey, if you have to thing is not you're going to have a wife first before a man having any to have more than one wife, he must have one wife first. So that's something to be understood that when this time reach here, and thing, that's the way it is and thing. Woman love your husband, woman husband love their wife and all two again, right? So that is just talking about hey, when that time comes to love your husband, and they will take this and say that hey, well look, they're only talking about husband love the wife and wife love the husband and all two again, right? But again, you have to like break down this a little more just to show again that this is just something been just thought to be understood that hey, this is where it have to take place, right? So nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife and all two again, right? So all this thing again, more or less again the adultery, the most high talking here about and thing like that. You know, hey, you are your wife, you're sleeping with the next man's wife, you're sleeping with the next man's wife, and thing right. No, let everybody you are your own wife. Not meaning that hey, a man can have more than one woman, but them woman belongs to he, and thing right, not his neighbor wife and them, right? And let every woman have her own husband. That's as you know with Christ when he was by the well, and the woman have how much husband she had? Seven, five husband and thing right there. You know, she says she had one husband. And Christ had was said there, she had five husband. This is the bacchanal again with the Mosai talking about here again, right? Hire one husband and all two, right? Go to verse 3.
Verse 3. Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence, and likewise also the wife unto the husband.
Right. And when you go back to 1 Corinthians 7 and verse 1, right? 1 Corinthians 7 and verse 1, right? Now concerning things whereof you wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman, and thing, right? So now when you go to verse 3 here now, let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence, and likewise unto the wife unto the husband, and thing, right? So when you go and look at the word benevolence and what it means, like, you know, you have compassion, you have love, you have caring, and all these things again, like, you know, like, you can't do without this person. This is what Paul is saying here and all too again, right? So even with all these things again, you like you tell hey, you can't want a wife and is a set of hatred going on between you and your husband. So even just as you were saying before, and if you're ready for this, do go and do this. Better you be like me and all too and thing, right? So when you go and do this, like you know, that compassion, you vex with your woman, but at the same time, you want to like you say, hey, go and hug up a woman, go and kiss a woman, hey, go and buy roses for she and thing, right? You and she having sex, don't be sex like you don't hold back on your husband, you want to vex and you hold him back on because he done already now. You just be there's be more entertaining between me and you while you're moving so and all two again, right? And you know that whole compassion, that love, caring, and all two again, right? And you see these things happening that you know with couples that part of the thing that like you know the more or less that demon coming between two of them and destroying them, and that what demon is to destroy you and move on to the next and thing right and thing right. So you know, hey, don't let this don't let this be taking place between you and your husband. And same thing, husband and your wife, and also again, or you have all this compassion, have all this love, have all this caring for each other, and also again, right? You decide what to take sheep. Make sure you make sure these all these things is understood by being with a woman, and also again, right? And you're seeing again that you know the Most High wanted to have these things and thing, right? Have this whole compassion, that love, that caring, that kindness for your husband, and the same thing for men with a wife, and also again, right? Go to verse 3. No, go to verse 4. My bad.
Verse 4. The wife had no power over her own body, but the husband. And likewise, also the husband had not power of his own body, but the wife.
Right, and you know, like you know, you want to have sexual intercourse with your wife, or you want to just cuddle with she and somebody other know she hitting her with her hand, but don't touch me, or she go tell you don't touch me and all kind of thing, like you know, quite poorly, you know, hey, do let this thing do be taking place and do be doing thing, right? There's your wife. Your body is she own, she body is your body is she own, and she body is yours. And also again, right? Two yeah, that's as before, one flesh, one accordance, and also again, right? Don't be fighting, don't let things come between you and she. Don't hold back, and also again, right? She want to do something with you. You ain't feeling, you ain't there is nothing wrong with you, but you're holding back on you're holding back on your woman, right? Go ahead.
God. Verse 5. Defraud ye not one the other, except it be with consent for a time, that ye may give yourselves to fasting and prayer, and come together again, that Satan tempt you not for your incontinence.
Right, and again, now what happened here again, right? They prayed you not one another, except it be with consent for a time, that you may give yourself to fasting and prayer. So again, we Paul and thing at times again that you know you want to have sex with your woman, but because she fasting right now or he fasting, let this be for like fasting, or this will be that's how we know sometimes with women is have the monthly, the cycle and also again, right? So again, you know that come like a that's as we say a fasting, but at that time the cleansing of the self and also again, right? And we'll bring up I think that we'll bring out that tonight and also again that hey, don't let that pass and also again, right? So you know certain things again. Yeah, this could be a pass for you why you not want to have intercourse with me and thing, right? Thing you're fasting, yeah, on your monthlies and thing, right? What say again here? Prayers and also again, right? And thing, right? So all these are things, but before even with other than that, you shouldn't be holding back on your you shouldn't be holding back on your husband. Or the same thing, husband, you shouldn't be holding back on your wife and also again that hey, you want to have sex with you and you don't want to have sex with him and also again, right? Then you know, hey, go and have sex with your go and have sex with your husband and also again, because as time goes by and thing, right? You just keep on getting distance and distance from each other and also again, right? And consistency. And also that's as we are reading in it on the Bible dictionary that sex marriage is something continuous something, right? No when you feel like and all to again, right? It continuous and all to again, right? It should be healthy. That passion you have for your husband, let that one right through. And same thing for your wife and all too. Let one right through and thing, right? You know that times again that's why the scripture say you're fasting, you want to do a 3 days fast and thing, whatever and thing. Well yeah, you know that again yeah, you want to fast something, you're not eating, and also again when you drinking no water, your body will be weak, and also when you're going to have sex, you could do it, but at the same time again, you don't want to do it the same time again too again, because you know your body again now will be weak, and also again, right? So at the same time again, you know, you gain yourself that consent and all too again for that time to pass and all too. The woman and your man please itself and all too again. Again she time and all too again, right? You don't want to be um doing that and all too, which is a law and all too, right? About that and all too, right? So you go through this and thing, and that's how the scripture say again that Satan tempt you for your not your consistency. And also again, you learn Satan gain your head and thing like that, you know, you're distancing yourself and also and then by these things now, this is now again now by not having the right people counseling and all too again. My your sisters might tell her husband, yeah, better you leave me. And when you go through the thing ahead of four marriages, you tell you there's something continuous you have to do again, right? And you know, yeah, by not having the right people now, you're going to leave your husband, or the husband going to leave your wife, and then after adultery taking place, and all to say all these things here again, the most I learn, you know, one thing is for we learning and thing right there. That's why scripture says these things are written at 4 times for we learning. Don't take these things for granted and all to again. You want a wife, there's certain commitments you have to make, responsibilities and all to again, right? Even harder on it even harder on the women and all too again, right? The sisters and all too again, because you more or less have to get it right, because you didn't choose the right person at the start. Now again, now he leave, he gone. Now we're asking the next person. Now they get pregnant, you have a child. Now we're asking the next person. Now you want to be the harder responsibility again with you and thing like that, making it harder on yourself and all to again, right? And then after you don't want to be even having yourself going down that road again, because again now you go with somebody else, now you pick up a child molester, or you pick up somebody who just beat you and want to again, right? So you don't want to be losing that's why scripture say you're doing adultery and all these things again, you never know who you're coming to get next and right, you know your heart before and all to again, right? And don't let Satan get in your head and all to again, because Satan started talking, started telling you, hey, I don't need to be with him thing whatever the same thing as your husband, Satan getting the husband to them head, saying I don't need to be with your wife, and then you know you get something 10 times worse for coming after and thing, right? So again, you know, when you follow what the most I say, you follow the scriptures and them, right? Give me Leviticus 15 and verse 19.
The book of Leviticus chapter 15 and verse 19. So that's 15 and 19 right now.
Done.
The book of Leviticus chapter 15 and verse 19. And if a woman have an issue, and the issue in the flesh and blood, she shall be put apart 7 days, and whosoever toucheth her shall be unclean until the evening.
Right, and again, these are things on unclean, right? And the reason again why you see these things in the scriptures and all through again, because it was happening and all through, and the Most High wanted to stop and all through again, right? That a woman uncleanness, you shouldn't touch her and all through again. So again, that's as before we was reading like with Paul and also again when you see this time coming at the Most High, you know, hey, don't touch a woman, don't have sex with a woman and also again. So even that's as before say, you know, you might be in the mood, want to have sex and all to the Most High, just put something right there. And think to again that hey, 7 days, don't touch a woman. So meaning just that simple thing and all too, you can't have sex with she and all too. So reaching from thing you just naturally going against the Most High and thing, right? Full 100. And you just put a little barrier, right, by telling you don't touch you for 7 days. And again, you'll be seeing what will be going on and think that, some women again that have they have them monthlies and things like that. And some men go feel like, all right, I am monthlies, well let me do oral and thing instead of that's what the most I say don't touch it for 7 days and thing like that. Some again they want to be so tricky again, right? They're doing all different body parts, sexual things and thing, right? So again, the most I say don't touch human and thing, right? No oral, no anal, nothing. Don't touch it for them periods and thing, right? Let's see clean up herself, she will come back and thing, right? She ain't get you for 7 days, she will want to come and get you with you. She counting on the 7 days to go. You counting on the 7 days for your late pass. I know, yeah. And no time again, it's gone. And want to again, right? And let's obey the Most High Lord's statutes and commandments. The Most High, when you really check the Most High will always put in you it's something that they always protecting you and to again and think to the same way. Do it fish with do it no fish with we don't have no skills and things, the most I protecting you again because again it's just like when you go watch the fish and them contain a lot of bacteria and things the same way. The most I protecting you from you getting sick and all to again, right? So the same thing, the most I want to be clean, strong, healthy. You don't want to be like a selfish person. Again, that they don't care about yourself, they don't care about your wife, they don't care about your children, and also again, right? By not by breaking the Most High laws and commandments, it is a selfish person to your family, to yourself, your nation, everything, and all to again, right? So again, the Most High going to be strong, upright, obedient, right? You must love Leviticus 20 and 10.
Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 10. And the man that committed adultery with another man's wife, even he that committed adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death.
Right, and when you go in the scriptures again, these are things again what been taken place and also again, right? And in the scriptures again, due to the Christian church, they will tell you adultery when you're married to a woman and you're gonna have sex with a woman, that adultery, and the scriptures not saying that, right? The scriptures is not saying that. Read it over again.
Come. And the man that committed adultery with another man's wife.
Right, so you always say with another man's wife. They never say that he gone sleep with another woman. He said the adultery, the man that sleep with another man's wife. That is the adultery, not a woman. Again, right? Another man's wife. And right, that is the adultery. Again, as the scripture thing say, no, a part of the in Exodus you go see we're coming down that the 10 commandments, you go see 10 commandments thou shalt not commit adultery, and due to the Christian church will take this now and say, well, yeah, adultery in the Bible, but they're not read down the breakdown. They say here in Leviticus 20 and 10 that the adultery is that you're going to sleep with another man's wife, but again now the thinking of the Christian church, the thinking of the world is that adultery is when you're going a man has a wife and you go and sleep with another woman, that adultery. And now the showing you belonging and things like that, possession here. So when you go and read the possession and things, the showing you again, read it over.
The book of Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 10. And the man that committed adultery with another man's wife.
Right, so you see what happened here again now, say another man's wife, not a woman, and things like that, another man's wife. That's the adultery. Go ahead.
Even he that committed adultery with his neighbor's wife.
So now he that committed adultery with his neighbor's wife, and also again, I say neighbor, me brother, and also again his brother wife, and also again, I say possession, and also again, right? So what's going on here? The the person belonging to somebody. The idea adultery part of somebody belonging to somebody here. His neighbor's wife, and also again the wife of somebody somebody's husband, and also again, right, possession, you see it. Not somebody's single, and also again, right, they never think so. In the world today, adultery in the world is everything that's off. But one, marriage is they don't tell you that sex is marriage and thing like that. What the Christian church puts is that marriage is the pastor come, you take off a ring, to or you get a nice dress, a nice suit. Say, hey, you as one if you kiss the bride and think for a ring on your finger and see that and die marriage. And that is not marriage in the eyes of the Most High. And thing like sex is marriage in the eyes of the Most High. Same thing again, adultery. When you go on part of the adultery again in the world today, in the system and thing today, adultery is showing that hey, a man married and he has sex with a woman who don't belong to somebody, that is adultery, and that is not adultery in the eyes of the Most High. Just as we reading in the scripture. Read it one more time again.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 10. And the man that committed adultery with another man's wife, even he that committed adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death.
Right, so again, that is the adultery and thing. A man again sleeping with a woman who belong to somebody, again, and the woman again now sleeping, she husband and she's sleeping with a next man, that is adultery. And thing, right? So again, if a woman today again, sisters and things, there's the ISUPK saying this and all too again, right? You see a fella, he married and thing, right? As long as you do not belong to nobody, and thing, you could be with that fella and all too and thing, right? And that's as we say again, having sex with that person, you have sex with that person till the day you die. And all too again, sex is marriage in the eyes of the Most High. And all too again, right? Not with the Christian churches push, not with the world is push and making you feel that you're a bad person, you're a wicked person and thing like that. This is what society doing and all too again that you pass on on somebody that you know you had a passion for and thing, right? Yeah, what they like to say a soulmate and thing like you pass on your soulmate and thing, right? That's how they will talk and thing, right? But again, you could be with somebody, you could be with a man who have a wife already, right? You just become the second wife, or if you have two wife already, you just become the third one and thing, right? As long as you don't belong to somebody, you could be with that person. And thing like that. Adultery is a woman again having she husband and she sleep with the next man that the adultery again, and the woman again married to her husband and sleep with another man that adultery. Not the a woman being single. And thing right, that is no adultery in that again, right? So again, you always again let people know the Most High Lord's statutes and commandments again, right? That you know these things again is there for we learning. And also again, right? So there's nothing wrong with a woman as long as she is nobody, she don't belong to nobody, she could be with somebody, she could be with somebody who have a wife already, right? So again, this or again, you know, this is the Most High, and we know all these things again. Don't follow these things from these other nations and them, right? Again, when the Most High wanted to be upright, he wanted to be just as he says, and Israelites, and also again, it's like customs and thing, right? Israelite cultures, heritage, and also again, right? So let's run through a little few more before we close up the class. Again, my Leviticus 18 and verse 1.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 18 and verse 1. And the Lord said to Messiah, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Most High your power.
All right, so the Most High again, speak unto the children of Israel. He did not put the Japanese on them. He did not put the Chinese. He did not put the Arabs. He did not put the Africans on them, right? He did not put the Caucasians and the Europeans on them. He said Israel, and also again, and just to let people know and also again, you can't be lazy in the eyes of the Mosai again, because the Mosai want lazy people and also again, right? You have your phone and all, you have your phone. These things very easy now, one thing, right? Right? So now you see the word Israel, or again, or you see the word Israelites now, pull it up on Google and see for yourself the people coming up yourself and also again, or ask Google who are the biblical people for the Moabites today, and you will see what Google will tell you, right? Ask for Google who the Jebusites today, and also again, right? Who are the Israelites today, and also again, right? Who are the Amorites today, and thing, right? The Muslims. Muslims come in. Huh? Yeah, the Arabs and them, the Ishmaelites and them, and you'll see coming up and all too again, right? So everything more or less easy again now too. Let's talk to Google. That plenty, you know, it might be so good in spelling and all too. Just put your phone on Google and let's ask and all too again, and you'll see for yourself again. It's plain and easy. So again, so who don't want to learn the Most High law, statutes, commandments, and things? You just don't want to learn the law, statutes, and commandments. And again, and this week I speak it. We out here every day, Monday to Sunday. We running right through again. Then like me, brothers and sisters, and all too again. Hey, keep the Most High law, statutes, commandments, and thing, right? Love the Most High law, statutes, and commandments. Love your brothers and sisters, and thing, right? Be righteous. Be that person again for your brothers and sisters. Be that person for your nation. Be that person for the Most High. And all two again, right? So go ahead to verse 2.
Verse 2. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Most High your power.
And this is the we say, speak unto the children of Israel and say, I am the Most High your power. And when they watch society today and thing, right, they see all these things taking place all over the world. And thing, right? When you go and watch you're going with the economy, how much people spending billions of dollars in the military. You will see France spending billions of dollars in the military, right? You will see Japan spending billions of dollars in the military. You see United States spending trillions of dollars in the military, right? And then, like, all these nations and them spending so much of billions and trillions of dollars in the military. So this way, we have to ask ourselves, where is the black man, Hispanic and Native Indian military and thing like that? And this is the reading scripture here. This is the most highly, you know, I go to verse 2.
So I'm going to go to the stream.
Read out about verse 2. Yeah.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 18 and verse 2. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Most High, your power.
And this is the Most High say, and I is your power. I is your military backing. And all two again, right? I is your power. And then everybody going wrong you, I is your defense. And all two again. And this is the black Hispanic and Native Indian don't know. And all two, because of the Christians, is we military power is the Most High. Right? Where's the verse 3?
Verse 3. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do, and after the doings of the land of Canaan, whether I bring you, shall ye not do, neither shall ye walk in their ordinances.
So when you go on with thing after the doing of the land of Egypt, right, and after you doing the land of Canaan, you shall not do one thing, right? Where people don't know nothing again, right? So when you go and claim yourself and all two again, right? So the most I talking the children of Israel. So that's to show again that there's a difference between we again and these Africans and them today. And I think the most I saying there's a difference and all two again. So he's telling me, hey, the doing of these people and them, don't follow these people and them, right? Which you see in today, Egypt, Canaan and thing, right? All these countries in Africa today, right? Like go ahead to verse 4.
Verse 4. Ye shall do my judgments and keep mine ordinances to walk therein. I am the Most High, your power.
And he didn't say when you feel, he didn't say when you feel like something, right? He said, you shall do my judgments and keep my ordinances to walk therein. I am the Lord, your power. And thing, right? The Most High, you know, again, hey, you have to keep everything with the Most High set up. And thing, right? Where's the verse 5?
Verse 5. Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, which if a man do, he shall live in them. I am the Most High.
Right, and this is what the Most High wanted to do and thing, keep them and live in them. And thing, right? Don't feel you will do where you want, when you want, and thing, right? Keep them and live in them, right? And thing, right? Go ahead to verse 6.
Verse 6. None of you shall approach to any that is near to kin to him, to uncover their nakedness. I am the Most High.
Right, and when you go through this whole thing here now, you go start to see again now, all these things we'll be seeing like in the movies, all these things we hear all these things, all these things now coming from these other nations and them, right? And when it coming to kin and things, the more your family, and what the Most High saying, do not uncover your family. And also again, so don't matter who it is in your family, do not uncover your family and thing, right? Do not go and have sex with your family and thing, right? And you go just run through some before we close up on the time, right? And you will see again that, you know, in the world today, that most people will think that when you see all these things coming with family and thing, due to movies like Lord of the Nearest. That was what again? The dragon. The movie with the dragon. Can't remember. I remember, but again, you will see all these families, people with families and things too again, and the most we know again, right? These things again, these things do not pick up these things from the other nations and things. Most I say, eyes your power. Do not go and speak with your family. And then I Game of Thrones and thing, right? They see again that whole thing is about family, speaking with family and all kind of thing, right? And this is the most I saying again, and you know, due to the again the oppressor now being in full charge, people might think that, you know, most of these things again came from here, not knowing these things came from these Africans and them, and also again, right? Because again, he just love to be nasty and dirty, and also again, right? And this is what happened here, and we think that, you know, yeah, boy, these Europeans are very nasty, and not knowing that this is just something that they inherit, but these are not the original people are these doing these things and thing, right? And they see in here now in the scriptures where this come from and thing, right? And it really came from the Egyptians, the Canaanites and them, right? All the Ethiopians and them, right? These are the people them all sleeping with the family, right? Like we go run through some, right? Go to verse 7.
Verse 7. The nakedness of thy father, or the nakedness of thy mother, shall thou not uncover.
See?
She is thy mother, thou shalt not uncover her nakedness.
Right, and you know, they will get that's why we are reading about Christmas and thing, right? Nimrod sleeping with the mother and thing, right? Nimrod father gone, and you decide now to go and sleep with your mother, and also again, and this is where you get you see, you know, you get Christmas Day, Nimrod and Timaris and thing, right? And then no lie, and that's what the Mosai was talking about earlier in the scripture. You see the people, the Egyptians, the Canaanites, and also again, right? These is African nations, and them, right? And thinking that, hey, don't go and sleep with your mother, don't go and sleep with your father, and that's to prove these things, and you see it all in the movies and all too again, right? And all too the same way, and all too. So don't feel that, you know, it was these things are just about the Europeans and them, right? These were the Africans and them doing these things, and right? Go ahead to verse 8.
Verse 8. The nakedness of thy father's wife shall thou not uncover.
Right, again. Go ahead.
It is thy father's nakedness.
Again, the same thing. You want to go and speak with your You want to go and sleep with your father, wife, and all too again, right? And these things is taking place today, right? Go to verse 9.
Verse 9. The nakedness of thy sister, the daughter of thy father, or daughter of thy mother, whether she be born at home or born abroad, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover.
So the same thing again, right? So your mother, daughter, and thing, right? Your sister, and all too again, right? The Most saying, don't uncover the nakedness and thing, right? Let your sister get she own, let she get she husband, let she husband or somebody she like and they decide that consent. And then let that consent take place and thing, right? Don't let that consent take place with you want to sleep with your niece, you want to sleep with your sister, your father, wife, and all these things again. These are things are all been taking place and thing, right? And still taking place. And again, this is not of the nation of Israel. And all too again, right? Well,
Verse 10. The nakedness of thy son's daughter, or of thy daughter's daughter, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover, for theirs is thine own nakedness.
so again, you see the same thing again, right? And it will have more continuing, right? Well, let's go up to 12 for the thing time and we right. Go ahead to verse 11.
Verse 11. The nakedness of thy father's wife's daughter, begotten of thy father, she is thy sister. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness.
And all who again the Mosai just like, this is just nastiness with these are just nastiness with these nations and everything. They're saying it all about don't go and sleep with your sister, don't go and sleep with your sister daughter, don't go and sleep with your mother, and thing right, don't go and sleep with your father, wife. And it just keep on like what again look at this what again look at this come up with and thing and just like hey that's wait and when you go on reach the verses, if you right now we just at 11 and there's many more. So that's like, hey, what again you could just see going on here? Don't go and sleep with your aunt and thing, right? Don't go and sleep with your aunt, your aunt daughter and all too again. And just keep on seeing here again, right? That whole thing, that's how the Most I say from the beginning. Don't and plain and simple, but just don't go and sleep with your family. So he said, don't go and sleep with your kin and all too again. And this is again, the Most I don't want this for your black and Hispanic and Native Indian control yourself and also again, right? There's plenty women out there that you don't have to be sleeping with your family. And also again, right? The nation of Israel is very big. We have Hispanic sisters to choose from, we have Native Indian sisters to choose from, we have brothers right here like black self to choose from again that you don't have to be sleeping with your family, you don't have to be sleeping with your brother, wife, and also again, right? And even with the statistics that are showing you the amount of women to men and all too again, right? There's no getting away. And all too again, right? Sister, the same way again, right? Control yourself. Don't let these don't let Satan get in your mind that you're going to sleep with you're going to keep adultery, sleep with your husband. You're sleeping with somebody else than your husband itself and all to the same thing again, right? And also all these sexual laws with the most I have set up and all to again that when these things come in to play that they know what to do and all to again, right? Women and the monthlies and all to it says 7 days, don't go and sleep with your husband and all to again, right? Even reaching for they say don't even touch nobody should even touch her and all to again, right? So all these things again, the most I have for you, Black Hispanic Native Indians, be righteous, be clean and all to again, right? Just as he wanted to be and thing, right? And with that, I'll pass the class over to Peter and Officer Swapiala. Right? Clap it up.
In the prison officer Shah, bring out very important information concerning the laws concerning sex and sexual intercourse. Right, again, just a reminder for brothers and sisters, the Lord's 57th annual Passover, right, Houston, Texas, April 4th, right, again, brothers and sisters, again, we come on down to the school, down in Trinidad, right, the school location, right, number 1, Morris Street, 414, again, a week of events, Commander General Yana has been, holding it down or as scripture says, rehearse the righteous acts. That was, that wherever we are, the land of our captives, right? So again, this is a reminder for all brothers and sisters, right? So again, security announcements. We are the ISUPK out of 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana, right? New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They have to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world after 6 months. If your brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister, right? There's another 6 months which your brother or sister will court each other. After the 6 months period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment, right? You can find this in Numbers chapter 18 and verse 21, Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 to 10, means 10 in Hebrew, which is pronounced Ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of every great priest, Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher, right? Priest fund free will offering to priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you like to give, right? The upcoming Holy Convocation again, which is the Lord 57th annual Passover, right? April 4th, right? Again, come on down to the school, number 1 Morris Street, 14, right? And again, the Lord's 57th annual Passover will be at the BH Ranch, Houston, Texas, right? A full week of events again, hosted by Commander General Yana, right? Just a reminder, I came to check on social media, such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and material. If your brother or sister wants to be, if your brother wants to be a trooper in school, then he needs to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, black shirt, black pants, headband or scarf, right? And again, just a reminder again to pay tithes, because this work that is being done, that Commander General and again, been sending brothers, through the four corners of the earth to continue on this work, right? So again, support the truth, right? With that, say I medium, it means a stand, right? The Panya for damage means to turn and face the east, right? Say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew, Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Aya, Shabka, Kehawa, Olapaka, Tabaa, Zaka, Aya, Aisha. Baratata, Hawa, Aya, Bashamaya, Gafan, Nao, Nakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalatna, Pawatna, Wasalatna, Pawatna, Wala, Tabayana, Panasawan, Bal, Shine, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Aka, Malak, Wala, Masaparat,
What we just said, our Father, God in heaven, I mean, I need thy name, Yahweh, thy kingdom come, I will be done, good, as in heaven, give us this day, our daily bread, forgive us our debts, and we forgive our debtors, and lead us into temptation, but deliver us from evil, for thy is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever, so be it, man, sir.
Let's give the teacher one quick salute. Man Shabbat, Majam, Barak, Hava Shemir Sharakta, Sa. Let's give the sisters online one quick salute. Like Man Shabbat, Majam, Barak, Hava Shemir Sharakta. Classes.